football is to Texas what money is to Switzerland. A major business and source of enormous pride. This is the bank, the Texas Stadium, home of the world champion Dallas Cowboys. As famous here as Roger Staubach, Tony Dorsett, Charlie Waters, are the girls who dance and cheer their hearts out for the home team. The Dallas Cowboys Cheerleaders.
All right, ready? And, 1, 2, 3.
It's an honor to be a cowboy cheerleader, and they take great pride in it. We try to offer all kinds of women, short, tall, voluptuous and not so voluptuous, those full of personality, those with a little more shyness about them, so that when they do personal appearances too, there's an identifiable thing. I am their teacher in a lot of respects. There's a pat on the back necessary, or there's a slap on the rump that's necessary. I am their surrogate mother in a lot of respects.
I saw 2 pages of rules that the girls must adhere to. What are some of the unwritten rules?
Well, I think probably the biggest unwritten rule is the fact that they may not in any way, shape, or form fraternize with the players.
Not at all?
Not at all. But they know if it ever did come up and I found out about it, and I find out about some of the strangest things, and they know that I do, then a girl would be immediately dismissed. But in terms of when she does become a cheerleader, she, in some respects, loses a little bit of her identity. She represents the Dallas Cowboys, so she must always maintain her appearance, not go to the grocery store in rollers, not run around barefooted. It's maintaining an elegant, ladylike feeling and mannerisms all the time.
As an example, Suzanne introduced me to the Schultz Sisters. Suzette, why did you want to be a Dallas Cowboy cheerleader?
I love traveling and meeting new people, and I love to dance and practice.
Stephanie, why did you want to be a Dallas Cowboy cheerleader?
I love the Cowboys. They've always been my #1 team. And of course, Suzette had tried out and kind of walked in her footsteps, and I thought, well, I'll give it a try too.
To be a Dallas Cowboy cheerleader is just the ultimate. It's great. And but I don't think it's anything you need to flaunt or brag about.
Definitely not. People don't like braggers or anything, and it's a lot of fun to be on, and not everyone maybe has been given the opportunity to try out. Maybe they have the talent and didn't have enough gut and gumption behind them.
To me, a Dallas Cowboy cheerleader is, I picture an all-American girl, very vivacious, outgoing, voices her opinion, yet she's very ladylike, and in general, she's just a great girl.
I just have to ask you, because you're both so vivacious and bubbly. And
thank you.
Are you really this happy all the time?
Suzette and I like to keep a smile on our face most of the time. Of course, a frown never gets you anywhere.
How have the cheerleaders been merchandised?
Carefully. We started out with a poster, and it has just done phenomenally. It's 2 years old, and it's still the 2nd highest rated poster in the country.
That'd get my attention.
And now we have playing cards, we have a calendar, we have team pictures, we have individual pictures of the girls. We're coming out with a line of children's clothing, which very possibly will be based on a little caricature of a cheerleader, and that should be out sometime in the fall.
If someone were to say to you, Suzanne, you're selling sex here. You're really exploiting these women. What would you say to that charge?
It's ridiculous. I've had several women's lib groups tell me that sort of a thing, and the girls answer it in the same way that I would. This is a voluntary thing. The fact that their uniform is as it is probably the less revealing of any of the clubs in the league. At this point in time, we look like Minnie Mouse.
Their freshness and their wholesomeness and their youth comes through.
Yeah, I just think that they're great for the game. So for me, when I'm on the sideline tired, I look over, I go, it's a breath of fresh air. It's a good distraction. You know, sometimes during the game, you get so wrapped up in the game, you need to glance and take your concentration somewhere else. And they can definitely take your concentration somewhere else.
The intensity of the game, you really don't have a chance to, appreciate what the cheerleaders are doing or what kind of job they're doing.
They are some very attractive ladies. I don't miss a move. It's like watching OJ, you know, backfield in motion. Censored. censored again.
And there is nothing wrong with being sexy. That is a very beautiful quality in a woman. And especially for people to think that she is a nice, clean, wholesome, sexy girl. And that's nothing wrong with that. I like that. I like to be sexy. Don't you?
Thank you.
You bet. Sure.
Don't be concerned about the people who will be in the stands, because that's not your purpose. Your purpose is to cheer for the Cowboys organization. That's your whole purpose. Bear that in mind. Okay.